Jai is a perfect example of what is going on at a high level ever since she closed down Amicole and moved into Skims as their executive vice president. The conversation about Black women's career decisions has really been top of mind, at least on my feed, okay? And let me say, like, this is really interesting to me because we're in this impossible political climate. And while we've had a couple of wins recently, shout out to Prop 50, shout out to the new mayor of New York, like there's so many amazing things happen, but we still have a lot of work to do. And a lot of people are looking at Black women and saying they've checked out. We are no longer tapped in. We are no longer leading these movements the way that we did in the Black Lives Matter movement or the way that we did in other political turnovers with Obama, with Kamala, and other things like that. But I don't think that's what's happening. What's happening is that we're moving in silence. We're going inward. We're a little bit more grounded. We're a little bit more strategic, right? Like, this is a perfect example because Jai literally closed down her business, a huge, successful, major brand that was like the staple for many people, and moved into a corporate role, a very powerful corporate role, still keeping her personal mission of championing Black beauty at the helm. And it's not really about what we think about it, is it? It's not really about our approval of her decision. She is deciding that this is right for her. And, you know, I think a lot of Black women are saying, yeah, I'm being more selfish now. I'm focusing on me now. The gag is that focusing on ourselves is the best gift that we can give anyone, because we show up as our best self when our needs are met. We show up as our best self when we've actually built the lives that we want to live and we're supported in the ways that we need to be supported and we're moving the needle. That's the place that we need to serve from. That's the place where it all starts to make sense, right? Because I think for a lot of us, and I can speak for myself, prior to maybe a few years ago, all of my career moves, I was answering this question. Is this the smart thing to do? Does this make sense? How does this look? How does this sound? And I have a lot of people that I'm like, yeah, they might not make the decisions that I made. They might not approve of the decisions that I'm making. They might not really like me right now. But at the end of the day, I'm the one that has to face myself every night before I go to bed and decide, am I building the life that I want to live? Am I serving the way that I want to serve? Am I showing up the way that I want to show up? Am I talking about the things that I want to talk about? And if the answer to any of those questions are no, then we have to make different decisions. And we're seeing that on these big stages, right? Shantae Joseph wrote that article, Is It Embarrassing to Have a Boyfriend Now? And posed the question, like, why are women not aligning themselves with men for the sake of saying, hey, men like me? Why are women saying, yeah, I have my husband or whatever, but that's not the important thing to know about me? How did that shift happen compared to maybe even 5 years ago, where if you got married, that was the best thing that could ever happen to you? And a lot of people describe their wedding day as like the best day of their life. I think that's a really important question to have. But what's more interesting is the fact that she stayed at the helm of that conversation. She did not let anyone forget that she was the one who wrote that article and started that movement. And so I think Black women now are saying, no more playing in our face. No more building something that is not working. No more time for things that waste my time. No more bullshit. And what that means is we're moving and we're making decisions and people are like, why are they doing that? Why are they doing that? Why are they doing that? And it's like, you don't have to get it. I'm doing what's right for me. And I, for one, want to live in a world where Black women are unapologetically doing what's right for them, rather than doing what feels good for the culture in the moment that gets you that moment of celebration. But then in the end, you are the one self-sacrificing. You are the one left with nothing with that, whatever that looks like. And so, yeah, are we checked out? No, we're checked in. We're tapped in, we're listening, we're grounded, we're breathing, we're moving a little bit more intentionally. And I think that that's a good thing.